Hello guys, today I'll be talking about the tier list for chainers that I promised to do, and let's just straight up begin with. This is just for Xtreme, I wanna say, Xtreme 2013, which came out like a week ago already, something like that. So let's just begin with the S++ tier. Firstly we have Video. Video hasn't changed, no changes for him, neither charge time or body or kick. He still has the 110 power shot, he still has his great element, and now that we have a great goalkeeper which is shooting that he can counter, I think Video will be seen more in the meta, and he can counter also Rococo. By the way, if you haven't watched my previous video about the goalkeepers, I am advising you to go and rewatch it, because this video is simply because who can counter which goalkeeper and what can do. So yeah. So Video overall I would say he's pretty strong. You can just put him in any team and he can just score to anybody. I mean Shinsuke is a little bit of a problem to him, but as long as you get like 220, you score to Shinsuke every single time with Video. Next, Genius. Genius received two new shoot chains. One of them is Extend Zone, now it's shoot chain, but Extend Zone is 100 points, which is bad. Like shoot chain, it's normal, it's not that bad actually. But he now has Tenkochi, which is 110 points. In most cases they're pretty much the equal, like I would say just pick Tenkochi most of the times, but if you want to shoot, like finish a shot with Genius, I would say Tenkochi is definitely the better one. However, Genius, I think he's overhyped. I love him, I truly love Genius, but there are many players that can counter him. Tachmukai with his new Kishin and his Imagine the Hand Kishin, that's that one. He has 10 plus advantage over him, which is 205 power versus 220 power if it's a finish chain by Genius. Somebody else, Shooten can perfectly counter Genius, and I think people will just start picking Shooten when they like match chain teams. Endo is still in the meta, Shinsuke is in the meta, as I told you. Only Senguji can get countered by Genius, so I think maybe because of that we'll see a little bit less Sengujis in the meta, and versus chainers of course we'll see more Tachmukai with his Kishin. Next we have Gouenji. Gouenji can now uncharge, which is amazing. He has now some fucked up dribblings. He still has the 4 minutes charge time for him, which is A, which is amazing charge time in general. He can still have the level 3 dribbling, and he can still put a fight on some deep jungle users. He still has the S plus kick and 110 power of maximum fire. Genius is pretty nice. I would say he's greatly balanced. He has really tall body also. Versus Tachmukai with his mild hand, which is now buffed, he can score perfectly. It's 100% goal, similar with Genius. But versus somebody like Sengoji or even Tachmukai with his Kishin, he doesn't have any advantages or disadvantages, so it's still a goal. However, versus Endo, Shinsuke, yeah, you'll find yourself struggling with Gouenji scoring a chain. But I would say still Gouenji and Adult Hiroto, which I forgot to put on the tier list, they're still pretty strong as chainers. They're just around the same level. Just you need either Gouenji in a different situation or Adult Hiroto with his shield block. And now that Gouenji can uncharge, I think Gouenji is just straight up the better option. Next, Adult Somelka. Adult Somelka received a change of his TP, getting from 140 to 170 buff, 30 TP buff. I think it's pretty nice. He still has his S plus kick, his S body, and his S speed. I think he's amazing. He has dashes, he's tall. Dragon Blaster is still great. I think Somelka is overall a strong chainer now because he can counter Shooten, and as I said, Genius gets completely fucked by Shooten, but Somelka completely fucks Shooten. He can score to Endo. So Senguji, however, Senguji can counter him. He can score to Shinsuke, and he also can score to Tachmukai with his Kishin. However, if Tachmukai is playing with his mild hand, you're completely screwed. So I think Somelka is definitely great, just great. And he doesn't have any advantages or disadvantages versus Zagumel or Genda Teikoko, True Teikoko, yeah, that one it was. Next, Saru. Saru is amazing chainer. I think people are just underrating him right now. He's pretty strong. Definitely hands down amazing chainer. He now has a mix max even, and he can uncharge with his defense, which is amazing. He scores to Tachmukai with Kishin. He can score to Genda with his Infinity Wall, which is amazing. Like definitely nobody can score to Genda. Nobody. It's amazing. Next is that also Saru with his Keshin, he has 205 power, which is amazing. You can use him for free shots on Senguji or just goalkeepers in general. So Saru, definitely amazing chainer, amazing. Hikaru is the last guy on S plus tire. He has S plus body buff. He has a little bit more TP, I believe, to 170. Maybe I'm lying here, I'm not sure. And he has S kick now. And his level 3 shot, which is extend zone, got buffed to a chain shot, which is amazing. I think Hikaru will be great chainer. The problem is that his shot is 100 power. If it was 110, it would have been really good, but then Genius would have been so much better. But Hikaru is definitely balanced. Like, he can score to shoot, and he only gets really fucked by Genda, and he also can score to Zagumel. I think that's huge. I think that's really huge. So I think Hikaru is definitely great, but maybe I overrated him. I don't know. I think he's great. Next, Gouenji Raymond 2. Gouenji Raymond 2 is the best Gouenji, after Adult, of course. He has a charge time, which is 5 minutes or 4, one of those. He gets S kick, but he has 90 body. With body item, he gets S plus body, which is amazing. Like, you can go through so much, or you become equal with Deep Jungle Torp, which is amazing. You become equal with Air Bullet Kazemaru, great. Definitely strong. For chains, I think he's great. Like, you have 5 points difference with Adult Gouenji, that's it, and you're not tall. But I think he's great. That's fine. Next we have Canon. I think Canon will fail a little bit from the meta, simply because we have so many people that just doesn't get countered by Canon. Tachmukai can counter Canon, Shuten doesn't get counter, we get Genda doesn't get countered by Canon, we have Zagumel doesn't get counter. I think Canon is still strong. I think we'll see him mainly in draft tournaments, but I think he still has everything for him. His S kick, his 110 power, his shoot block, his defense. I think everything is great for Canon. He just needs more of a place in different teams and experiments to realize how strong Canon can be indeed. Next, Shindo, and that's the normal Shindo. He has in his Mixmax level 3 shoot chain, which is pretty strong, and with an item for kick, it becomes S plus kick and 120 power shoot chain, which is amazing. I think Shindo is underrated, because if you have Gouenji and Genius or Saru, you can counter Senguji, and just Shindo is just there. Okay, he maybe get countered by Senguji and Genda, but it's fine. You have 2 other people to counter Senguji, or at least to put a chance versus Genda. So I think Shindo is definitely great. He has his Armed Olympus Harmony, and if you don't like playing S plus kick on Shindo, you can try S plus body, and I advise you to try this. It's really funny. I was trying it the next past days, and it was amazingly funny. Next Somelka Dark Emperors, my bad. He is amazing. I think he's underrated though. Like, 5 minutes charge time, A, S body, S kick, great. You don't need more. I already explained why the adult Somelka is pretty strong. If you haven't heard me, just go back and revisit it. Next, Hakuryo. Hakuryo got his Mixmax, and his Mixmax is pretty great. I would say his Mixmax is really strong. But for chains, Tachmukai is in the meta. And Senguji may come around the meta sometimes to stop Hakuryo chains. I don't think Hakuryo is that of a great chainer. Like, versus Tachmukai with his Keshin, Hakuryo doesn't get any advantages while Saru has advantages, which is just amazing. But for Hakuryo, not that much. And I think if people still play Nishizano Shinsuke and Endo, well, Hakuryo is definitely around Saru's level. But if people don't play them, if people just play Tachmukai and maybe Shuten, maybe Senguji and somebody else, then Hakuryo is just meh. Like, you're playing him for the Mixmax, not for the chains. That's how I see things. And he cannot uncharge, while Saryu can, for example. Next, Tsurugi Yuichi. Tsurugi Yuichi is pretty much the same. I think he's just here simply because Tachimokai is in the meta, and I love that, and he has great ki, and he's Sao, and he has Mixmax. I think he's great. I think he's just a little bit underrated right now. I think we'll see more of Yuichi in the meta. I think he's not that bad. Next, Sonoka Raymond 1. He has 4+ kick ki, which is amazing. However, he has 90 kick. But if you play him for second half and you wanna play him with 110 kick, which says plus, yo, Sonoka becomes so strong. He has the fastest charge time of all the other Sonokas. He's just so strong, I swear to God. Like, so strong. I think he's amazing, like amazing. But sometimes the fast charge time of S, which is 3 minutes, it may fuck you up. Believe me or not, it may screw you most of the times than just help you. Next, Minamisawa. Minamisawa is straight up the same as Sonoka, but he doesn't give any keys. He has S plus kick, oh no, he has A plus kick, and he's double wind. The new Panthered Blizzard is here. He has dashes, he has level 2 dribbling, which was buffed. However, with S plus kick, and he has S charge time, same with Sonoka, 3 minutes. I think he's pretty strong. He's so strong. I cannot even like say that. Just 1 minus below Sonoka, he's not as tall as Sonoka, that's the problem. And the last person that I forgot to put on the tile list is Hiroto, or yeah, Kira Hiroto, you know, adult Hiroto, whatever you wanna call him. He's S. He's just amazing, but he cannot uncharge. So yeah, I forgot just to put him on the tile list. I think Gouenji is the better one. And Gouenji has a ground chain, while Hiroto has a fucking sky chain, which is it's bad in some different cases. Next, A-tier. A-tier, Gran. I mean, same like adult, but he doesn't have S plus kick. He has S kick. Every Hiroto has S kick except the adult. He has S plus. But this Hiroto is pretty nice. This Gran is amazing. He has 90 body. If you put him body item, S plus body goes really, really strong. I'm not even kidding, just try it. I think definitely Gran, because he can do chains and he can have S plus body. I think it's really strong. And he has normal charge time of 4 minutes. Next, Hiroto Inazuma Japan. I think this Hiroto is a little bit worse. He has 80 body instead of 90 like Gran, and he has S kick. He only has like A plus control, something like that. Maybe A plus catch it was. I forgot which one. You don't have to play this one. I think he's really bad, but I just put him right next to each other, so I don't know. Whatever. Next one is this guy over here. I don't know his name for real. On A-tier, the third person with blue hair. I think he's pretty nice. I mean, he has 4+ kick, he has shoot block, he has everything for himself, but I think Tachimokai being in the meta, man, I think it just fucks him up. He has Keshin, which if you put him S plus body, bro, it becomes really strong. He's even a little bit stronger than Tenmas in different cases. I think he's definitely good in some different scenarios. Next, Gouenji Inazuma Japan. Gouenji Inazuma Japan is like Gouenji Raymond, but he has 8 minutes charge time, which is bad. It's bad. But because of Tachimokai in the meta and Senguji and even Shuten, I believe I should put him in A. It's fine. You put him a ramen or just boost, and he becomes like a little bit better. Definitely a little bit better. If you wanna have a slow chainer with S kick as body, and he can uncharge now, I think this is the Gouenji you should try to utilize. But why should you play him when you have the adult one or Raymond 2? I don't know. Next, Hyuga. I believe it was Hyuga. I forgot his name. Whatever. He's pretty great. Panthered Blizzard being 100 points is a little bit bad. And if we are moving away from the Earth Goalkeeper meta and we are entering the Tachimokai meta, I just don't see him being great. He has S-kick, 4 minutes charge time, which is amazing, don't get me wrong. He has great dribbling, which was buffed. But I don't know, man. It's pretty early to tell if he will be great and he can reach Minamisawa. I would say he's just fine for now. For now, he's fine. Next, Shindo. And Shindo with Mixmax pretty bad. Just don't play him. He's like Saru, but in different case. I think he's just bad simply because 8 minutes charge time is just fucking him up. He has everything like the other Shindo, but he cannot Mixmax. He cannot access that full Gouenji. However, he can carry the armed and the level 3 shoot block, shoot chain, which is amazing, and he can still be played with S plus body or S plus kick. Just, I don't know, man. I wouldn't prefer you to have this guy. I don't know why I put him here. I think I just misclicked from here to here. However, he's still fine. Next is Tsurugi Kyosuke. Yeah, it was Kyosuke. He has 4+ kick, he has the drop as a chain, he has the reverse. I think he's fine, just fine. You know, like you can use him as a middle support chainer, but you can use him now as a aggressive last chain chainer, and he can score to Tachimukai with his level 2. I'm not even kidding, it's something rare, but he can do it. Next, Terasetsu. Terasetsu is not bad, don't get me wrong, but level 1 dribbling, fuck, even Tenma can stop him. He has S-kick, he has 100 power on his extend zone, he has fire element by default. I mean, he's fine, but Senguji fucks him. He can score to Tachimukai, however, so I put him on A. I think A is fine. It's not bad tire. Like, he can score to Tachimukai, that's fine. But Senguji fucks him, Endo fucks him, Shinsuke, even shoot and doesn't get any advantages or disadvantages versus this guy. So I don't think it's just I don't think Terasetsu is any good. Next, Gazelle. I think that's the guy from, yeah, that's the Fire Dragons one. So he has now S kick or S plus one of that, and that's it. I think Northern Impact is a strong chain, and he has a new voice line for it. So I think he's not bad, but that's no guy. I think I should have put him in B, but I just like Gazelle, so I would say we're still in the Earth meta, guys. Next is this guy, Kibayama, I believe it was. I think he's fine, but if Shuten starts getting played, he is fucked up. For this, I didn't put him in S. However, he's fine. I think he's fine. He has 4 minutes charge time, great dribbling, and S-kick, which is amazing. That's fine. Next, Samuoka Inazuma Japan. Same as the other Samuokas, but he has A plus body, and I believe he has S-kick, but 8 minutes charge time. 8 minutes charge time, why? It's really bad. Just don't play this Samuoka, except if it's not a craft tournament. Saru Miximax. Saru Miximax can use Dragon Blaster, which is amazing, but he doesn't have the Miximax. He has a little bit faster charge time than the other Saru, because he has a Kishin charge time, and he has like a so fast charge time with the ball, which is 2 minutes, similar to Tenma. However, I don't think this Saru is any good. Like, yes, he counters the same as the other Saru, but I don't think he's that great. Like, just the bulky body and removing the windbreak animation is screwing him up. Like, if you're a chainer, you would want your chainer to have windbreak instead of a dash, for example, or something else, because windbreak is just the safest option in my book. Definitely the safest option, while this Saru, he has this three-step jump, or whatever it's called. Next, middle chain supporter. Tsurugi Yuichi. I mean, he has 4 minutes charge time, as strong as Gouenji. However, he cannot uncharge. However, he doesn't have a great dribbling. However, he doesn't have 110 points. But he has great ki. I don't think he's great, man. Like, why would you play this guy over the already guy who has Mixmax and Infinitive Gouenji? Why? I don't see that. Next, Tsurugi Kyosuke himself, same idea, but Tsurugi Kyosuke, they both can carry Kishin Armament, which is pretty strong if you are going against Tachimukai, or even Senguji. So I think they're both great in that aspect, but we're talking about chain specifically. No, no, no. Like, they have the 4+ kick going for themselves as key users, but nah, they cannot uncharge. At least Kioski cannot uncharge. Next is Mahoro. Mahoro is fine. I think he's great. Why shouldn't you play him? I should have ranked him above here. Like, you can have S+ kick Mahoro and S body, and he can uncharge and stop Tenma. Why wouldn't you play Mahoro? He's definitely strong. I think S+ kick, he's better than Hikaru. He's definitely better. And he's super talent. He has windbreak as a chainer, which is a little bit better for me at least. Like Hikaru has dashes, but Hikaru has S+ body, but Mahoro has a fucking Keshin, which can go through deep jungle in any fucking perfect tower. Play Mahoro, please. He's amazing. Please, use him with S+ kick. I will tell you, you wouldn't be disappointed. Mahoro is the best character in Xtreme. He only has 8 minutes charge time, by the way. That's why he's bad. Next is Raymond 1 Gouenji. Raymond 1 Gouenji is fine. However, you can either play him with S+ body or S+ kick, which is amazing. He has 3 minutes charge time like Minamisawa and Sameoka. But actually there is no but. He has 110 power maximum fire, he cannot charge, and he has faster charge time than Gouenji in Inazuma Japan. As a middle chainer, I think he's amazing. If you want to play him with S+ kick, just put him forward and put the adult Gouenji as a middle chainer. He would be better because he's tower. Shinjami has I don't know her kick. I think it's 90 or 80, something like that. I think it's not that bad. However, I would prefer her to be like a midfielder, a volunteer. That's what I was trying to say. But as a top midfielder, I think she's great. Definitely not bad. Definitely not bad. She can pass Onizuka's air bullet, which is great. You don't need more. And yeah, that's it. That's for her chain. So, Adult Fudo is actually something from the normal game that I was just strange seeing, but it's working. His death drop is so strong, and because he's double fire, it's fine. Just try it and you may see that he's working greatly. Next is this guy from Raymond. He has a fast charge time of 3 minutes. I think he doesn't have dashes. We were going to book him with dashes, but we fucked up with... We just said no, nobody uses him. However, double Grenedo is still fine. I think he's fine. And he cannot charge. So if you wanna do a chain with Someoka, Minamisawa or Gouenji Raymond 1, I think picking him is fine. And he can also score to Tachimukai. If Tachimukai is playing Mao the Hand, you just need like 8+ kick. That's it. Next is Aki. Aki is fine for chains. This is something like a meme. It's a meme for me. Like, she's a better goalkeeper in my opinion than a chainer, but yeah, just try her for chains, why not? Next is Gazelle from Chaos. Gazelle from Chaos has 8 minutes charge time. There is no point at using him. He doesn't have any changes. Please skip this one. Let's go to the next one. Same idea as the Raymond one, but slower charge time, I guess. Kinda similar to Gazelle in different case. Next is Ganymede, I believe it was his name. He has great key, 4+ catch. It's amazing. He has a shoot block and he has a chain now, or a long shot. I think it's fine. Like, pick him, try him, why not? He's great. Just try him. And his animation, he's like flying above the ball, why not? Next, Fudo, True Teikoku, same idea as Adult Fudo. Why should I even explain it again? Like, QR fields, he's on the field and you have chain. That's it, you don't need more. And I think that's for the chain tile list. Yep, next time we'll reveal this one, which is for defenders. And yeah, do you like my tile list actually, guys? I think it's accurate in my opinion. Yeah guys, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.